Ladies and gentlemen, podcasting since 2005. You're listening to Gamertag Radio with your hosts, podcaster Hall of Famer Danny Pena, the always opinionated Paris Lilly, and from outside of the norm, Peter Toledo. This is Gamertag Radio.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio, episode 1096. This is your host, Danny, and also joining me for this emergency podcast episode, we have Parris here in the house. What's up, Parris?
What is going on, man? I did not expect we would be recording an episode today.
Nah, usually, every year around January, it's kind of, the news has been kind of slow, but I felt like this was like a very important thing for us to talk about. So before we start with the conversation, head over to gamertagradio.com. Listen to our past episodes. You could also find us on any podcast app. Just search for Gamertag Radio. We're there. Make sure to follow us, subscribe, or post your review. Also, if you'd like to be part of our fan mail segment, here's how you can contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, so a few minutes ago, Microsoft announced that the company is planning to increase the price for Xbox Live Gold, and I believe right now it says for the whole year, now you're going to be paying $120. Now, here's the thing: if you don't have Game Pass Ultimate, then this is the only option for you to play these games online. For example, if you want to play a game like Fortnite, which is free in every other console, you have to pay $120 unless you get Game Pass Ultimate, which is included for Xbox Live included in the service. So, Parris, your thoughts about this? Because I have a lot of things to say about this, man.
I think it's completely that's what I think it is. I think and this is how I'm going to compare it.
Yes.
When you look at what CD Projekt Red did with Cyberpunk 2077, rushing it out the door, buggy, features missing, all of that, they literally stripped away years of goodwill that they had built with the community, right? We all agree on that. Mm-hmm. This is the same thing, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Microsoft, and I've said it forever, since 2016, you could see them building up, all these services and everything, Game Pass, all these great things that they had been doing since that point. And you pull a move like this, which is clearly geared towards getting new customers instead of getting Xbox Live Gold. You're trying to overprice it now to force them into doing a Game Pass sub. That's all this is. This is not the right way to do it. I'm very disappointed with this. I really am. I couldn't believe it when I first saw it. And like I said, new customers, I want to bring this up because obviously we've been talking on social media and people have been trying to justify it, going, oh no, it's okay because this is only for new customers. Why do new customers get the raw end of the deal when it comes to something like this? And even taking a step further, clearly this can't be a financial move, like they crunched the numbers and realized, we got to raise the price of Xbox Live Gold, because you have people like me who've been a gold subscriber since day one. We're not affected by this. So you're not raising the price on me. You're only raising the price on new people coming into your ecosystem. You don't want them on Xbox Live Gold. You want them to subscribe to Game Pass. I honestly, I cannot believe they did this. And it was very convenient. They dumped this on a Friday. You never see Xbox announcing anything on a Friday. They announced it on a Friday because what do? You put bad news on a Friday so it gets lost over the weekend. That's typically what happens, right? We see it across all different types of media and everything, right? So I'm disappointed in this. And I would hope that people understand, like, clearly we obviously, Gamertag Radio, we're obviously fans of Xbox. We like a lot of the things that we do. But and you can beep this out. But I'm going to call out the bullshit when I see bullshit. And that's what this is. Yeah. I mean, I mean, you can't tell me who thought this was a good idea at leadership at Xbox. And when you really think about it, let's just keep it real. Clearly, Phil Spencer had to sign off on this. Senior leadership at Xbox had to sign off on this. Who thought this was a good idea? There is a better way to get people to subscribe to Game Pass than to do what they just did. And like you and I are talking before we were recording, just yesterday, we're all on social media singing the praises of Game Pass because of a game like Donut County, which I never would have played if it wasn't on Game Pass, and I freaking loved it. And that's the power of Game Pass to get people to subscribe to it, because it's such a great value. So you can't tell me Xbox Live Gold to a new customer is worth $120 a year. Get out of here. Not to mention, and I know I'm talking a lot, I'm sorry, but not to mention, I've seen people replying on social media going, well, I only get Xbox Live Gold. I only play Destiny or Fortnite or Call of Duty, stuff like those are the only games I play. $60 was bad enough. Now you're doubling it for them. Again, new customer coming in. I get that. Again, the existing person, if they keep their sub and don't get rid of it, don't have to worry about that. It brings up the fundamental question. Why is Xbox Live, why is multiplayer, are they still charging for multiplayer on Xbox? You don't charge for it on PC. You're charging for it on console. You know, I get that there's perks and different things that come as a part of a gold sub. Just put that in Game Pass Ultimate, but make base multiplayer free. If all I want to do is play Destiny, or all I want to do is play Fortnite, like free to play games, I still got to pay you money to have a free to play game on Xbox. That's ridiculous. That shouldn't be a thing. Again, we thought, the assumption here had been since last year that gold was going to go away. The tea leaves just kind of made you think, well, they're eventually going to get rid of Xbox Live Gold, because you and I even had this conversation a week or so ago. We're like, oh yeah, by the time Halo Infinite comes out, they ain't going to charge for that, because they're going to want everyone to play Halo Infinite multiplayer, right? It just seemed to make sense. I don't understand this. And I tweeted it out before we started recording. If I were at Xbox, I would be getting in front of this ASAP. I don't care if you're talking to Polygon, IGN, the Washington Post, whoever. I am actually talking to someone in the media and explaining this decision, because from what we see, this is very anti-consumer. I am not a fan of this at all. And it's just disappointing. Like I said, sorry, I know I talked a lot, but I just wanted to get it out.
No, and it's all good, Parris, because I even mentioned to you earlier today, like, this remind me of Xbox 2013. I'm saying in a way, as of, like, this announcement felt like a Don Matrick move. Like, I could see him doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that's one. And another thing too, look, this year is a very important year for Xbox. This is the 20th anniversary of the original console, the launch of the original console, right? Halo is coming out sometime this year. Hopefully, also the 20th anniversary of Halo Combat Evolved. Is this the way how they're going to celebrate and start the year like this? Ugh. And announce it on a Friday? Like, yeah. I find this super tacky. Look, just a few minutes ago, I was just looking around, my boxes and stuff, and I found my original disc of Xbox Live Beta that I've been a subscriber since 2002, summer of 2002, before the public got to play this. And we always talked about great things about Xbox Live, how that completely changed the gaming industry, completely, right? We also said the same thing about Xbox Game Pass, how that changed the game, right? When it comes to gaming. The article that I just saw right now that was posted by The Verge, and Parris, get ready for this article. Get ready for the title of this article. The Verge, it says, Microsoft risks a year of goodwill with its Xbox Live price hike. Because let's be real, man. People are not going to remember all the good things. They're going to remember more of the bad things, man. 2013, people talk about that, right? People are going to be talking about this for a long time. How this is going to get the new consumers to not only subscribe to Xbox Live or Game Pass, but people that see this and see the price, they're not going to buy the new console. They're going to go and buy either Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 5. You know why? Because online is cheaper over there, right? And let's be real, Paris, the majority of people, they still don't know about Xbox Game Pass. Still don't know about that. And like you said a few minutes ago, there's consumers that just play only one game and one game only. Why would they pay $120 just to play those games if they could play the same games either on PC for free or go and play on PlayStation? And this is super disappointing seeing this, man. Very, very disappointing seeing this from Xbox. And I mean, who thought this was a great idea? Tell me one media outlet, one consumer that said this is a good idea. This is a terrible idea. Again, reminds me of 2013, man.
Yeah.
2013.
I'm completely in agreement with you. And like I said, that's like that Verge title. I just went and looked at it myself. It's perfect. And I think it's more than a year. I think it goes even further back than that. But you're destroying all the goodwill that you have built by doing something like this, because it's a turnoff. Because look, I'm gonna keep it real. I always use my wife as the example. She's the perfect example for this. If I didn't exist and she had to go buy gaming consoles for my kids, I always think, how would she make her decision? What would be the decision process, right? Mm-hmm. She walks into a store. She sees an Xbox Series, whatever. She sees a PlayStation 5, and my son is like, well, I want to play, like I said, Destiny, Fortnite, Call of Duty. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to play those games. Mm-hmm. He can go pick up a PlayStation 5 and not invest not another red nickel into anything except purchasing the game itself. And he's playing and he's having a blast. He's doing his thing. Mm-hmm. She also now would have to walk in the store, buy the console, buy the game, obviously except Fortnite. And if she doesn't get Game Pass, because like you said, my wife don't know what the hell Game Pass is unless someone tells her, she's going to go spend $120 a year for Xbox Live Gold. The advantage that they could have had, that they would have, because remember, we talk about, the Series S is cheap. It's this great value. That's something like my wife would go get the kids because she don't know about 4K or care. She just sees it's cheap. You just stripped away that value because now I got to go spend another $120. Why the hell am I doing that? Might as well just go get the PlayStation, right? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's you build these great services. You do these consumer friendly things, but then you do something like this. And everyone's going to go, see, that's why I don't mess with Xbox. That's why I'm on PlayStation. That's why I'm on the PC. That's why I'm on the Switch. It takes away all the good. Like we said, I freaking love Game Pass. And it's clear. This is simply a move to get more people on Game Pass. And from a business standpoint, I get it. I don't work for Microsoft. I'm a consumer. So I will always look at things from a consumer standpoint. And I would be 1,000% against this. Why would this come off as a good thing for me? Because again, not everyone wants to be on Game Pass. We can say it is great value all we want because we play a ton of different games, right? But again, go to the average person who only plays 2 or 3 games a year, and that's all they care about. The Madden guy. All I play is Madden. That's all I care about. I don't want Game Pass. Why would I want it? I just go get a PlayStation, pick up Madden, I'm good. Mm-hmm. Versus I got to go buy an Xbox, I got to go buy Madden, and I got to give you another $120 a year just to play Madden. Sorry, that I would love to be in the decision-making process and understand how they thought this was a good idea. I don't understand it. Because again, if anything, Xbox Live Gold needs to go away. It does. It is a product from a previous generations when it made sense back in 2002, right? Back in the early days when we first got on. It made sense even 10 years ago. It does not make sense in 2021. It just doesn't. And you promote play anywhere. If I only play Xbox games on my PC, I don't spend any additional money for multiplayer. So how does this make sense? It's the same online servers, everything. But if I pick up the Master Chief Collection on Steam, I can still play all the multiplayer games I want No problem. And I don't have to give you not one red nickel to do it on PC, but I do on console. Again, this is why I'm saying don't just put out a press release on a Friday. Have someone actually sit down and explain this, explain your decision-making process. We may not agree with it, but at least give us additional insight, because on the surface, this just looks terrible. It just does. So,
yeah,
I don't know, man.
It doesn't look consumer friendly at all. At all. Now, I know that Microsoft is seeing this online.
Of course.
Like the reaction of people. Now, do you remember back in 2013, Paris, when after E3, the reaction from not only the consumers, but also content creators and the media about how Microsoft handled E3 during that time of announcing the Xbox One console, right? And then I think right after E3, maybe like a couple of weeks after that, they made changes. Do you see Microsoft making a change? Like, you know what? Based on the feedback, we have to change. This is not good for the company. Do you think they're gonna make that move because of this? Because it's not looking good online. I'm seeing just like negative everywhere, press everywhere. It's like even trending on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It is literally the number one thing trending on Twitter right now is Xbox Live Gold, which is insane. And I would hope that they again, if you're not going to roll it back, clarify it. That's all I'm saying. Give further explanation on what went into this decision. Why does this make sense? Because again, you're not doing it for existing customers. And let's be realistic here. How many new people are truly going to go get Xbox Live Gold versus your existing base, right? That you've been building for almost 20 years. So, like I said, I don't understand the price hike. It is, you're literally telling new people coming to your ecosystem, if you're dumb enough to get Xbox Live Gold instead of Game Pass, we're going to rip you off. That's being blunt. That's what it is to me. We're going to rip off new people coming into our ecosystem versus, easing them in and showing them the value. Instead, again, I know I feel like I'm all over the place talking about this because I literally can't believe they did this, Danny. I get it. I get it. I'm frustrated. As a fan, so,
this is frustrating
to me.
But go ahead. Yeah.
If I'm trying to attract new people into the ecosystem, clearly the ultimate goal is we've been saying this for the longest. They want you to be a subscriber to Game Pass. We get that, and that's smart. I totally get it. Don't bully me into being a Game Pass subscriber. Show me the value of Game Pass, which they have been doing. Again, this is why this baffles me. I feel like they've done such a great job in showing the value of Game Pass. Hell, on XCast, we basically got a segment now where me and Gary talking about Xbox Game Pass shill of the week, where we're talking because we believe in that service and we believe in what they're doing. This ain't it, man.
No, it's not.
It's not. like you said, this feels like something Don Matrick would have did. It really does.
I don't. Here's the thing, Paris. Like Phil is not that type of person. That's the thing that I'm kind of like. I'm confused as hell. Unless there's something that we don't know that they have to do this, because this is confused.
But that's what I'm saying. Unless you have to do this, get out in front of it and explain it, because this looks bad. It does. So if it looks bad, explain why you had to do it, because I'd have a lot more understanding, even if I didn't like it, if you explained it to me. Whereas this just feels like, y'all really just trying to get people on Game Pass, huh? So I don't know, man.
Yeah. Not only that, you right now, if it's available out there, you could buy an Xbox Series S for $299. The value on that is amazing. Xbox Game Pass. You could start off, I believe right now, first time subscribers, $1 for 3 months. You could play all these games, first party games, indie games, everything. The value is there. How in the world this announcement is going to make people like, oh man, you know what? I'm going to go and buy an Xbox Series S or X for $120 a year. I could play Xbox Live. Like, come on, man. I just don't. I don't get it, man. I really don't get it at all. It's very disappointing. And I thought, Paris, we had this conversation. We thought that this was going to be the year where Xbox is going to start strong. A great way to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the launch of the original console. So probably early this year they were going to make some announcements and this and that. I don't know how. That's not a great way to start, man. Not a great way. Do you remember 2020 how Xbox started the year promoting the new consoles?
Yeah,
it was talking to us, talking to IGN. It was like,
this is the opposite.
Man, this is totally opposite.
This is exactly opposite.
Totally opposite. I don't know, man. I hope that based on the feedback and the reaction from everybody, I hope that they make some changes, because this is not cool at all, man.
But see, I also want to say this. This is why it's important to, and respectfully, voice your opinion. Because that's what we're doing right now. Obviously, we know people over there. We know people, and it's not even a thing of, oh, F you, Phil, and da-da-da-da-da. It's not about that. It's about, yo, you guys have been doing something really good the past few years that we've been big fans of. And this is the exact opposite of it. Please help me understand the logic in doing this. That's what I want to know, because this is not it. And it's disappointing. It really is. Because, we keep talking about how gaming should be for everyone and screw the platforms and all that stuff. Just have games everywhere. And I feel like Xbox in this type of environment has done a very great job of making gaming accessible to everyone, right? Be it on your console. They make a cheaper version of a next-gen console that's more affordable. You can play it on your PC. With xCloud, you could play it on your freaking tablet or your phone. All these things that they're doing, not to mention we talk about how Game Pass, is such a great value and gives you the sense of discovery of games that you probably never would have even played if it wasn't for that service. All these things are so consumer friendly and great. We love them. But then you do something like this and it just sucks the oxygen out of the room, because we're not going to focus on the good. We're going to look at this, because this is such an anti-consumer thing to do that this is what people are going to talk about. So all the good you may have done, who cares? Again, I bring it back to CD Projekt Red. As big a fan as I am of The Witcher 3, as much as I stood, because I wasn't on the last episode, so I guess I'll say this here.
Yeah.
As much as I stood on the pulpit for Cyberpunk, obviously people give me crap about the chair and all, they get this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit there and say it was okay that they did what they did as far as launching that game in the state that they did. It's unacceptable. It completely is. And I've talked about it before. I have not even played Cyberpunk 2077 since the second week it came out, because I refuse to play this because this game is not ready. I will not touch it until it gets to an acceptable state. And I apply that to what Microsoft is doing right now. It's the same thing. As much as I love all the great things that they've done, and they've obviously been very good to us. You know what I'm saying? As far as giving us access to Phil Spencer, we got to review the Series X, all these things that they've done in the past, 18 months with us. Of course, we appreciate it and we're fans of it, but that doesn't mean we're not going to point out things that are bad, point out things that are disappointing. And this is disappointing. It is. And I think we wouldn't be doing our job if we weren't vocal about it and we're bluntly honest about it. Because again, what was the one thing Phil Spencer said to us when he talked to us? They appreciate us because we're fair, both the good and the bad. I'm sorry, but this is one of the times that it's bad.
Yep.
It just is. And I hope they say something, pull it, reverse it. I don't care what it is you got to do. Make this right, because this isn't right. It just isn't. And like we keep saying over and over, it's just disappointing. It
is. And I really don't see them making the change within 24 hours or making a statement within a few hours. I don't see that. Most likely, maybe a week later, we probably will hear something from Phil or from someone from Xbox, because this has to get approval from the higher ups, like a statement or changes or what. It's going to take some time, but for those that are fans of the service, fans of Xbox, I think it's important for you to be vocal, but be respectful. It's not about cursing people out and this and that. No, that's not the right way. What we're doing is the right way because are being vocal and we are saying the truth. Like, as a fan of the service, we don't like this announcement, and we're going to say it here on the show. And I hope, based on what we have to say, and also the community, the content creators, the media, I hope this will force Microsoft to make a change. Like, yo, this is not a great way to start 2021, man, at all. So I hope they make changes in the future, man.
Yeah, I mean, man. Man, like I said, I did not expect we would be recording on a Friday.
No, at all.
For sure. Look, that's when I record XCast, not when we're supposed to be doing GTR. And it's just disappointing, man. It just is.
It is. And it's crazy. Yesterday, I got to play Donut County. By the way, go play. It's an amazing game.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And we've been praising Xbox Game Pass. Hello, we even got a special box package to celebrate and for us to talk about Xbox Game Pass, because the value is so cool, man. We have never seen that out there in the industry, So this is not the right way to get people like, wow, I want to be part of Xbox Game Pass. Talk about the value, talk about the content that's there, talk about your first party games that's coming out this year and beyond. That's only going to be available also on Game Pass, so you get it day one for free without even buying it in stores or online at the Microsoft Store. That's how you get people to subscribe to the service. Not, hey, you know what? We're going to increase Xbox Live Gold for $120 a year. Yeah, if you don't like it, hey, you have Xbox Game Pass, and you could Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and you can still get and play online and everything. That's not the right way, dude. That's not the right way. You make the change, and please, for the love of God, multiplayer games is free online, like Fortnite, Apex Legends, and even Warzone, or even Halo Infinite is coming out this year. Make it free. Make it free. Don't force people to pay to play those games online. So technically, Halo Infinite is not free unless you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or Xbox Live Gold, which is $120 just for the whole year, just to play Halo Infinite. Make it for free, man. Make it for free. Anything else, Parris? Because I'm like,
no. I think we've pretty much covered it without just repeating ourselves. It's disappointing to see that they made this move. It's disappointing that they basically tried to just throw this out on a Friday so it gets lost in the news cycle over the weekend. I just hope they clarify it, because right now it just looks really bad, and it takes away from all the goodwill that they built up the past few years. And look, Game Pass is amazing. I will still shill for it all day, every day, because I think it's an incredible value. Same here. But this just takes some of the shine off of what the message that Xbox has been trying to promote. So hopefully they can course correct and make this right. So we'll see.
All right. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you for listening to our emergency podcast. That's emergency podcast number 2 for 2021. Yeah. So thank you for listening, everyone. And make sure to head over to gamertagradio.com. Listen to our past episodes. You can also find us on any podcast app. Just make sure to subscribe, follow us, and also post a review. And if you would like to be part of our fan mail segment or episode, and please let us know your thoughts about this announcement. Great idea, bad idea, or what? Send it in and we'll play it on the show.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, Parris, anything else before we wrap it up?
Nah, man. I think that's it. Go play Donut County. Speaking of Game Pass, because it's fantastic. Really is. It's really good.
Really, really cool. And it's like a good 2 hours plus gameplay, but it's like perfect for the service. I think it's awesome. I love it, man.
Yep, me too.
Always discovering new indie games, man. You know? So, all right, until next time, everyone. We're out. Peace.
Thanks for listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.